Hello, it's Thursday, time with me for some education. Yes, that is a mannequin arm, just FYI. So anyway, let's get going. This will go to YouTube as well, so you can find me over there at Leah Hendershot, Flourishing Roots Home, here on Facebook at Leah Hendershot, Flourishing Roots Home, and on Instagram at flourishing.roots. So you can find me all those places. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're learning. And feel free to comment or reach out in any of those places if you have any questions about anything I want to talk about today. So I'm really going to try and condense this. I wanted to cover health and women's health and hormones. Of course, hormones affect everyone. So what I'm talking about today, anyone can use, even men can use these. But I know for women especially, we do have greater fluctuations in our hormones every single month. So, but I wanted to condense it because really we can get into a lot. And I like to keep these somewhat short for now and do longer ones here and there. So I just want to give you guys the top 4 dōTERRA products that I would suggest to begin addressing healthy hormones for women and men, but I'm just going to, go with women because that's usually the people I get the most questions from. I've actually never gotten a question from a man that says, my hormones are out of whack, help me. So anyway, I'm going to just quickly go into these. Now, I go this way with these top 4 products with anyone that comes to me for health and hormones because you need a solid foundation. You otherwise, if you are trying to fill in this, you're trying to plug holes in your health to achieve a certain level of hormone health, and we totally forget that foundation of health. And so this is just what I would start with to begin addressing healthy hormones in your body. There's other things we can add on. There's other things that I use. But these are the foundation. This is your core foundation, and I'm going to try and quickly go through those just so I'm not too long. And I do have my book here. You always need an oil book of some sort. It doesn't have to be this big, but I will refer to this one often. So if you see me reading, this is one of my favorites, The Essential Life. So this is how I've learned everything. Okay, so you guys probably know where I'm going to go with this, but your foundation, one of your key foundational products is Lifelong Vitality. We also call it LLV in dōTERRA. And what this is a trio of supplements that fills in all those holes. Now, we think about everything needing a good foundation. We think about, and I say this all the time as well, we think about, we want our homes to have a good foundation. We want our kids to have a good foundation. We want our children and us to have a good educational foundation. We want a good spiritual foundation. It's foundations. And then we totally forget about, what about a bodily foundation? We are just kind of trying to make do every day. So you want to make sure you have that good foundation. And because of our modern food system and our fast lifestyles and easy access, we are just not getting the nutrients that we need in any, and we are lacking in a lot. We are nutrient deficient in a lot of things. And a lot of times hormonal issues come from deficiencies. Those deficiencies then cause imbalances and a whole lot of other things. So we want that strong foundation. So Lifelong Vitality is it. I brought the box down here. You guys have probably seen this before, but it comes in a trio, so you just get this. Now it is so it covers all the gaps and holes you may have in your, like your omegas and your healthy fats. So brain health, circulatory health, heart health, your polyphenols, getting rid of those free radicals. A lot of times we have so many toxins in our bodies. The toxins, we're going to talk about that with another product. The toxins can be so severe in your body that it is altering hormones in your body. We also can have be so depleted in nutrients. I mean, this is a whole ball of wax here. We can be depleted in nutrients, so we reach for foods trying to get that. And instead, of course, then we start to, because we're nutrient deficient, we reach for foods that end up making us gain weight. And then what do you know? Those fat cells love to store toxins. So it's a whole, complete picture if you think about it. When you're deficient on those nutrients, you may reach for foods that end up making you gain weight, and those fat cells hold those toxins. So then therefore you have more toxins in your body, and those toxins, especially xenoestrogens, can wreak havoc on your hormones as well. So you want to have good foundation, good nutrition. So those, you have your omegas. LLV covers your omegas, your polyphenols, those free radicals, and also your immune system. Because you want a healthy immune system as well for your hormones. You don't want to be constantly fighting. Your body's going to pull from something else if you're constantly trying to fight something off, which is going to throw your whole body out of whack. It also covers your nutrients. So your basic nutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, all of that. Magnesium is a huge one for women that a lot of women are deficient in. B vitamins, that's another one when we feel sluggish and low on energy. And then our body is pulling things from, so we have different kinds of metabolisms in the body. We have digestive enzymes, and then we have metabolic enzymes. And when we don't have that good foundation, our body will pull from the metabolic enzymes, which is decreasing your metabolism. So that's another reason you want to make sure that all your vitamins, minerals, all those things are in there. It also covers a lot of your greens, so it it has a green blend in that as well. And then there's also a cellular complex. So like we talked about cells, you want to know that your cells are doing what they should. You want to know that they are regularly releasing toxins, they're not storing toxins. You also want to make sure those cells are replicating healthy, especially for a woman. If you are in that, no matter what, you can use these. But if you're especially, from teenager to in your 40s or whenever your menstrual cycle stops, you are having a turnover of cells, if you get my drift, every single month. So you want to make sure every single cell in your body is working as it should and having the proper support. It's replicating fine. It's replicating as it should. If it's not, then it's, killing itself off, and you don't have any rogue cells going on. That can become a real big issue for women, and they have to have hysterectomies or things like that removed. So you want to just really be making sure that you have that strong foundation, so your hormones have that good, strong support. I could go into lifelong vitality literally for hours, but just know that it would be the number one, that you, good foundation. You need a solid foundation. You need a baseline. I know for myself, I think, this is going to fix it. This is going to fix it. And before you know it, you've got 20 bottles of things in your house that you're trying to fix this hormonal imbalance, when you just need a baseline. So LLV is what I consider your baseline, okay? Like I said, I could keep going and going and going, but I hope a lot of that makes sense for you. Anything else? Also for women, it's really good for your bone health, especially at any time, but especially as you get older, all you need for that. Stress management, so stress can also throw your hormones out of whack, and what's in LLV also helps with that. And then some of your organ function, all that. So, okay, I'll let that go, but that is your baseline. LLV is your baseline. You have that good foundation. Everything else just stacks on top of it. Essentially, remember it that way. My number 2 for women's health and hormones is a blend called Claricom. It's called the monthly blend for women. So a blend, if you're new to oils, is just a combination of oils that dōTERRA puts together that are very, very beneficial for reproductive health, healthy hormones. It smells really amazing. It's like a personal perfume to me. And all I do every day, it smells so good. It's actually very calming too. So if you're having a moment where you just need some calm. But what I do every single day is I rub this over my uterine area. Over your uterus, your ovaries there. We definitely need to be supporting those ovaries because they secrete their own hormones. And then I rub it around my ankles, the ankles of my feet. Because that's a reflex point. And then I also do it on the stem, my brain stem back here. And then I also rub it across my thyroid. This isn't particularly a thyroid support blend, but it cannot hurt. It seems that those issues seem to be very rampant. So I just throw some of that on there. Also smells good, and we need to be supporting that area for sure each and every day, because your thyroid controls hormonal function in your body as well. So it's highly, highly important to protect that area. I also suggest every single woman, I know it's going to be hard for you guys, but another thing that wreaks havoc on your hormones are perfumes, are fragrances in the air, fragrances you put on your body. Don't think of it as you're getting rid of something. Think of it as you are replacing. You're replacing it with something better. Don't think, oh, I've got to give up my Elizabeth Arden, whatever, green tea, which was the only one I ever liked. And then I use it like twice a year because it gave me a headache. But don't think of it that way. Think as you're replacing with something that's actually supporting your body. You can find a blend of oils that you're going to enjoy. I love Claricom for that, but just know that you're getting the hormonal support you need with Claricom. It has Vitex, lavender, chamomile, ylang ylang. That's a very good one for women. Palmarosa, all this, the top oils. And you would be shocked at how amazing this is to help you calm down, but also during your period, it is very, very good to use topically. Like, thanks to dōTERRA, I don't know cramps. I don't know excessive bleeding or things like that. I'm not saying it's going to immediately take care of those issues, but I saw a huge difference. Well, I shouldn't say a huge difference. I saw a significant difference. I didn't have a lot of issues before, so I didn't say huge, but I had some that I would notice. And since being on this, those are gone. So, anyway, that time of the month, this is really going to help calm you down. And I had someone on my team, they said that their daughter left their Claricom at home, and they were like, I don't know how far away they were from home, but they were like, whoop, and they went back home to get Claricom. So that's how amazing this is for multiple ways. If you have teenagers, all of what I'm talking about today can absolutely be used for teenagers as well. Okay, for the Lifelong Vitality, have them take half a dose if they're under 18. It's up to you. You determine. I think my 13-year-old, since she's used to oils and supplements, she could totally take the whole dose. But start off half, and then this just use the same way that you regularly would. So this is my second go-to. Next is another supplement from dōTERRA, and it's Endocrine. It says detox blend, but really, if you look at the name Endocrine, take out the E, Endocrine, this supports your endocrine system. And your endocrine system controls your organs and your hormones and all those things, those glands, not only for detoxification, but for just production. Your liver, produces, your gallbladder produces, all of that produces. Excuse me, I'm talking too fast. I always do that. This would be my number 3 is Endocrine. And all it is an oil blend, but it is makes it easy for you every single day. Look how tiny these are. It's an oil blend, but it's put into a soft gel. So I just take this along with my Lifelong Vitality every single morning. And it has tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper, and cilantro. But it supports your detoxification systems, but also I'm going to read to you guys just a little bit about why it's so good for supporting your hormonal health. It's one you may not think about, but one I've seen a huge difference in. So I'm just going to read just a smidgen here, so you get an idea about why support the endocrine system when you're talking about hormones. So the endocrine system consists of glands in the body that produce and secrete hormones directly into the circulatory system. Endocrine is going to directly support those organs and glands that produce and secrete hormones into your circulatory system. That's very important. The hormones are carried to your organs and tissues, where they bind only to cells with necessary specific receptor sites. The endocrine system is responsible for bodily functions and processes such as cell growth, tissue function, sleep, sexual and reproductive functions, metabolism, blood sugar management, how the body responds to injuries and stress, energy, water, and electrolyte balance. It basically tells the cells in the body exactly what to do. So this is why this is my number 3. Absolutely, hands down. Anything else? Okay. The glands in the endocrine system include the pituitary, so that helps regulate all the other glands within the endocrine system. The pineal gland, the thyroid, the parathyroid, the adrenal glands, the hypothalamus, thalamus, pancreas, your GI tract, and your reproductive glands, so your ovaries, testicles, all that. It secretes hormones, but uses glands with ducts, like sweat glands, salivary glands, to deliver those secretions. So this is also one that's really, really good for thyroid health, supporting a healthy thyroid. So we want to always be doing that as well. Stop spraying your perfume right here. I know that's going to be hard. Some of you guys probably just gasped. But stop spraying stop using your perfume. But there's so many natural ones. But stop especially spraying it right here where your thyroid is. No. Let's see. We can have lots of issues when hormone levels are too high or too low. Obviously, they're not operating at full capacity, or when they start to malfunction. So we want to be supporting this endocrine system, hands down. Okay, I'm going to move on because I could be here all day. Okay, number 4, trying to keep this under 20 minutes. Grapefruit oil. So here's another oil. So we've got Lifelong Vitality. You can use it. Your teenagers can use it. Maybe try half a dose first. Claricom. Use it full strength. Endocrine. I take usually 1 a day. Sometimes I take 2. They can take the same, no problem. And they can take it with Lifelong Vitality, and then Grapefruit, they can absolutely use this as well. So all this is great for teenagers as well. And even, like I would even put a drop of this in my, younger child's water, because dōTERRA is the purest on the planet. And this one has supplement facts, so you can take it internally. So grapefruit, you may not think about grapefruit very much, but I like to use grapefruit. Yes, you can put it in a capsule, but I like to drink it in my water for natural detoxification. So we talked about those fat cells loving to store toxins. We want to constantly be encouraging our bodies, getting lots of water in it, and also encouraging it to release those toxins as it should. Just a very gentle cleanse. You're not going to put citrus oils in your water and anything bad going to happen. It's not going to be a flush or anything like that. So grapefruit tastes really good. A lot of people like lemon, wild orange, but grapefruit, particularly for hormones, is really, really good. So I'm going to go to my book again. And number 1 is grapefruit promotes healthy progesterone levels. So, grapefruit. So it promotes healthy progesterone levels. It also promotes a healthy uterus. Healthy breasts. That's also really good. Promotes a healthy weight as well. It helps with sugar cravings, which can help with the whole scenario. A lot of times excess weight will actually cause issues within the uterus. So that extra weight is producing its own hormones. So that those extra hormones actually throw your actual real hormones off balance. So we want to be promoting healthy metabolism and healthy weight at all times. Drinking more water is part of that, and this also supports sugar cravings, healthy weight management, all those sorts of things. Helps also with addictions. So there you go, if you have an addiction. It also helps with detoxification. We talked about that. Even cellulite, you can even make like a rub and put or include it in your lotion to help with that. It is beneficial for your lymphatic system, your kidneys, beneficial for that. It also helps, you can mix it with basil or by itself, but with basil is really good. Grapefruit is really good for your adrenal glands. So a lot of times we, especially women, we think that we can just do it all. We can do it all. And then what we end up doing is totally fatiguing our bodies. We're fatigued physically. We're fatigued in our organs, even down to our kidneys, I shouldn't say kidneys, our adrenals that sit on top of our kidneys. But all that plays into. So our adrenals sit on top of our kidneys. And when we are constantly in that adrenaline state, like like we never have downtime. We never calm. We never use our Claricom and calm down. We never take time to set our days up right. We just hit the ground running. We can get into adrenal fatigue. And even if you don't have adrenal fatigue, which a lot of doctors don't even recognize it as a real thing, but from what I have read, and I know people that have experienced this, it is a real thing. So what was I getting at? Those adrenals become fatigued, and that leads to a whole other host of problems. You suddenly feel just wiped out of energy, wiped out of motivation. You will also start to see your hormones and other things just start to go really out of whack. That's the effects of adrenaline just constantly going in your body, increased cortisol levels, and also just a constant state of stress will just fatigue your whole body, especially those adrenals. So grapefruit is also good for that as well. You can rub it directly over your kidneys, use it in your water. I have a big cup and I will do about 3 drops. You can adjust it as you need. But grapefruit is just one to really help in all those areas. I especially love it for healthy progesterone levels. And combining it with the Zendocrine, I've seen a really big difference. So, okay, I hope that gave you some really good tips for the top 4 I would recommend just to get right away. If you are on Facebook, I will put a link in the description. If you're on YouTube, there will be a link below that will get you hooked up with these as well. And those also get you free access to our private community where we keep on educating you and helping you understand how to use oils for health and wellness. We're all about the toxic-free lifestyle. We are very much about creating health at home. That's what my Flourishing Roots mission is just to give you the essentials where the health in your home can thrive. And so if you have any questions, reach out to me on Facebook. That's about the best place, Facebook or Instagram. So follow me over there and ask questions in that post, and I will be glad to help you get going with this. So I hope this was some good, really quick information. Like I said, I could spend a lot of time, especially on Lifelong Vitality, but those 4 would be my top 4 that I would recommend for people. After that, you can build on that strong foundation. These are just your foundational. These are your foundational products, in my opinion, from what I've experienced, and I use them every single day. So, okay, I look forward to hearing from you guys, and don't forget to follow me over on YouTube and Facebook, and shoot me a message when you can. Bye, guys.